Well, I did a lot of work off camera to get me up to speed so we can move on to the next step. Mounted the computer, mounted the fuse panel, mounted the battery. I built a whole tray for it that cradled the factory crownvic plastic tray, uses the factory hardware and everything to secure the battery. Mounted this air box. It's on one tab. I don't like it. The clamp I use is kind of corroded. I need to change that. So this one is the only one that has a little wiggle to it. This whole harness right here, I went through and used the factory crownvic tabs, drilled them in. I got all the clamps, and then there's a few zip ties to keep some loose pigtails under control right now. Nobody likes a loose pigtail. And then it's the only trimming I had to do on the core support just to clear this wire. There's a factory battery hold down, she's in there. This is on a triangulated system. It's got some basically angle iron that holds the tray. It bolts down to it with a tension tab under it. And then all this jazz, I got some factory clamps, some zip ties just to keep these extra long wires under control. I can utilize this box. It opens correctly. You know, everything's in an area where it's serviceable. I mounted this evap system up here. It clears the hood. Everything is factory serviceable. So I mean, I kind of want to take it to the Ford dealer, do a little joke with that and have the oil changed. On a serious note, I could do that. So I'm pretty happy with this. That's about it. I've got my light harnesses. I just need to run those to my lights. I got to work on the grill, throw the hood on, and the front of this thing's done. The powertrain's done. That's it. I'm gonna throw the bed on, or I got to throw the back of the cab on, weld all that in. I got to get some metal and throw the bed on. We're rocking and rolling. Today the glass guy's coming. He hasn't called me yet, but he's coming to install that. So take a look at this. I'm gonna glass up in here, or either body fill up in here, make this all nice and level to this trim piece, and then this will just kind of clip down into it. You're not even gonna see nothing. It's gonna look beautiful. I'd like to texture the entire setup up here with that kind of that fabric texture dash panel. I'll do that. It's a spray, and then I may do this top trim piece of the dash just to make it one cohesive piece. This is going to be beautiful. It's going to look absolutely amazing. I am very, very, very proud of this. I've got grounds on the body, the chassis. I might add a couple more on the cab and the bed down to the frame. This whole thing's welded to the frame. That's a good ground itself. More grounds. I got another ground. They're all equally spaced and almost symmetrical. So this is going to be a very nice setup. I'm very, very proud of this. That's about it. I'm waiting on this glass guy. I got to go run some errands, so I got to work on this. I might go ahead and do that. Put me a patch in there. I'm just trying to be proactive the first 3-4 hours of the day. I also have this horn to install. I'd like to go ahead and get this in and then call it a day. That's my goal for right now. So I'm gonna jump on that. Now it's starting to even out. Maybe it's that bad fuel. I am a happy camper. This seat's very comfortable but uncomfortable. And I've still got to seal the sides around the dash. Other than that, this thing's road ready, baby. Besides tail lights, a bed, these holes in the cab, all that stuff. But who's asking? I want to know. Who is asking? Oh yeah. She's a healthy girl. Got the AC on. My doors are rattling. Oh my gosh, they are rattling. My windows are rattling in the seats. Back of the cab is not welded, just so everybody is clear. The truck, half of the truck is on the ground right here. But I bought a new broom for the first time in like 7 years. I've got to sweep this up and then pull that in here. I am just so ecstatic, I can't get over it. I could see myself driving this thing, you know, 1,000 miles from here. It's gonna be rough if I don't get the rest of the cab welded in, but this windshield was just a huge push in the right direction. Very thankful. Big shout out to Unique Auto Glass in North Georgia, Calhoun. They've just been a pleasure to work with. They showed up the day after I called. Literally less than 24 hours from when I called, there was glass in my truck. That's pretty impressive. Neighbor's brother come over from Texas. He's up in his age, and his 2017 or 18 F-150's original battery, AGM, went out, and they went to jump it off, and the cables shorted out inside. Got super hot, very dangerous, and so they're going to grab a battery under my O'Reilly's account, and then about a $270 battery, knocked down to about 210 pre-tax and before a battery deposit. And I just went around and aired up the tires, set them all, checked some things, vacuumed out the engine bay. It was full of debris and dust and sand, the air box, and get it back on the road. He's leaving for Texas in the morning, so sometimes you got to stop what you're doing to help out your neighbor. So that's the right thing to do. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the things that happened today, and I look forward to the next video.